Hello twin flame friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte with Happy Twins 1111. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm so happy for you to join us and to share this journey with you. So I've got another pick a card reading for you today, but before I begin, just to remind those of you who haven't yet caught up with yesterday's video that I have launched some new classes. They're all available on my website. One of those is Mediumship, how to connect with your guides. That's a really beautiful healing class. A lot of the students from my first class have really experienced powerful, transformative healing. It's just been magical. So, you know, connecting with your guides gives you access to high wisdom, high guidance, and of course, an infinite source of love. So it's incredibly healing. You can find all of my classes at www.happytwins1111.com. I will also be teaching twin flame healing, which includes the twin flame connection checks that I do and how to heal the twin flame connection for yourself and other twins. And I'm also teaching SRT and tarot reading. So SRT is the spirit release therapy, that's clearing someone of any attachments that don't serve them. Also very useful for the twin flame journey because we, you know, shining so much light, we attract a lot of dark force energy that's trying to contain us and oppress us and hold us back. So that's a particularly important personal mission for me. And the twin flame tarot reading, of course, you know, I know a lot of you love reading the cards. It's really helpful to have some kind of a foundation on which you can build your reading skills. So that's aimed at beginners. We'll be looking at oracle decks as well, and also with a view to reading them for twin flames in that community. So do go and check them out. You can find all that information down below. Right, I don't do many readings about karmics, but I'm going to do one today. And the reason being, I did a mini reading for Instagram today. You can add me on there if you haven't already. I'm at happytwins1111. And it was just such a big transformative energy that came through in that mini reading. So I thought I'd really like to have a closer look for you guys because I really am feeling like there's going to be some massive dramatic shifts with all these big purging lunar cycles we've been facing. So, you know, as we move towards Lionsgate, I do think there's going to be some big, powerful changes for many of you. We know that the Scorpio blue moon woke many of our DMs up. Some of them are still cycling through that process, you know, releasing karma. It's just a hugely transformative period. So today we're going to see what's happening in your twins' karmic situation. I think it's useful to get an update sometimes, and particularly because the divine feminines are really struggling like right now. They're purging, healing themselves. It's been an incredibly challenging period, and I think this will really help them get some reassurance that things are moving in the right direction. So, as usual, timestamps, information about decks and crystals is below. I've got a couple of decks out today I don't normally use just because they're so little. This is a pocket deck. It's the Spirit Speak Tarot deck. I absolutely love it. I love decks of this size. I wish more people would make them. So let's do this. What's happening in your twins' karmic situation? And obviously we're only asking what you need to know about to help you move forward. Yeah, this is for you. It's to help bring you some reassurance, some trust, some faith, to keep you on track, to keep you aligned, to motivate you to keep doing your own healing work. Because I know that doubt and trust is a big thing throughout the collective right now. We're all feeling that. Okay, this is what's happening in your twins' karmic situation. How do you need to move forward for the highest good? Right. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed, the Hierophant reversed, Seven of Cups, King of Pentacles, Four of Swords, King of Wands. Wow, this was the significator for the reading I did on Insta. Knight of Swords reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. I'm going to put these back because there's too many. I'm going to keep the one that turned over. Aren't they so little and cute? I love them. Wow. Let's get some oracle cards as well. Shit, let me just check I've hit record. I always get paranoid I haven't. Yes, I have. We're having a heat wave in England at the moment, which everyone's grumbling about because us Brits aren't used to warm weather, but I am loving life. Wish it was like this every day. Sorry about that, I'll turn that off in a minute. Wow, we've got a lot of the same cards come out that came out for that other reading. One of these as well for you, Divine Feminine. Oh, two wanted to come out. Wow. Okay. So these cards are, they're really straightforward. We've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed and the Hierophant reversed. That is the end to some happy home life relationship. You've got two rings here, and it's reversed. The same with the Hierophant. These energies are reversed. These are things coming to an end. So if you've chosen this cycle, this pile, this Divine Masculine, this really resonates with the reading I did on Insta today, which is about them quite dramatically and forcefully and decisively closing out karmic cycles. And this is what I'm seeing here. No doubt about it. This guy or woman, if your DM is a woman, they are ready. They're ready to leave that situation. But they are still weighing up their choices with this Seven of Cups energy. They're looking at creating a new future, and they know what they want and they know you're their soulmate, but they're going to need some time to hermit. And this King of Wands, which is the one that came up, I need to show this to you because this is an incredibly powerful card. So you can see this flaming wand extending its hand and literally uprooting his life, picking it up and moving it somewhere else. It's a very powerful message, but he's going to need a lot of time to process this. We've got the Four of Swords energy here, to rebalance himself financially and practically. So he might not be very communicative, and he may not even tell you that this is happening. We've got the Ace of Swords reversed here. This is something with the Hermit that he needs to do in his own time. And we've got a ton of snails on this Hermit card. You need to be patient. This might be going on in the background without you even realising it. And the Page of Swords again reversed indicates he's not really wanting to talk about it. But we have got the Queen of Pentacles here to match the King. This Queen of Pentacles has a third eye. She's very intuitive. She's very abundant. Her own life is in perfect balance. He's ready for this. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Change. And this is a very auspicious sign with the snake, the symbol of creation, and the moon, intuition. And then this fox energy, strategy, game changer, and the masculine side. So abundance is also highlighted here, and I feel like you really are going to be a power couple. You might already know how you're going to work together, either in mission or practical 3D terms. But this guy is moving on. He's moving on. He's made a decision. He's just figuring out He's figuring out how. He's figuring out how to do, the practical aspects. And he's making decisions, big decisions. He's trusting now. We've got green and pink here. This is heart and spirit and surrendering to the divine. With this card, having faith in his dreams, he's finally doing it for himself. He knows that he's got to put himself first, that it's time. I don't think he's going to seek out your support. I feel like he's going to do this really privately, and that for a lot of you this could already be underway. So if you've been worrying about his lack of communication, why he's gone so quiet, why he's slipped into this hermit mode, it's because he's making big dramatic changes. Things are crumbling around him and he needs that time to think about it. But he knows he's your soulmate. It says here that your soulmate's already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Embrace through each other. You find the missing pieces. And observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. This is really very powerful. This is about trusting that it's all coming full circle. There is a lot of abundance in this connection for you too. I feel like if you don't work in similar roles, it could be that you have very complementary skills. You may have already discussed some kind of entrepreneurial projects that you would like to undertake together. This is really, really quite beautiful. But he is going to be quiet, and you're not to lash out about that. Don't start panicking and worrying, why he's not around. You just need to trust. As I said, he may not reach to you for support. This is something that he feels like he needs to handle on his own. And also, he probably doesn't want to get your hopes up. He wants to be able to come to you saying, I've done it, I'm free. Rather than getting your hopes up and it not happening as quickly, or it's just an added layer of pressure having to manage your reactions, responses and emotions pertaining to this situation. So the big question is, Divine Feminine, is are you ready? Because this guy means business. And you've got to have faith. The intention of this reading was for those of you that are really struggling right now, that are in this place of worry, fear, doubt, just to remind you to get back on your path, get back into your healing, get back on track, because, this was the kind of truth I hope you would see. For some of you, this process could take a while and you're going to have to be patient. And I know I ask you to be patient a lot, and a lot of you get really frustrated saying, oh my God, how much longer do I need to be patient? But patience is a virtue that you need to hold on to. It's not something you just do for a time until you get what you want. Learning to be patient is part of your reconditioning and healing, because it is part of your surrender and acceptance. Being patient is accepting that everything happens in its own divine timing and that we don't need to rush it, because we accept that what's right for us now is already occurring and what isn't right for us now will come later, but that everything is working out for our highest, greatest good. So I really hope that helps, Divine Feminine. If you would like to get a private reading from me, you can of course do that through my website, happytwins1111.com. Now, the calendar does automatically change it when you choose your time zone. It will show you appointments within your time zone. Once you've picked, it will automatically convert it back to my UK time zone. So make a note of the time you picked, because your confirmation email will tell you the time in my time zone. This hasn't presented much of a problem, but I did have one client get confused with that, so I thought it was worth letting you know. And do come and find me on Insta. Lots of love. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, party. Let's see what we've got for you. What is going on in your twins' karmic connection? What do you need to know? How is this impacting your connection? Remember, I don't like to snoop too much into karmic situations, but as I said at the beginning, and just in case you skipped it, this has been a very challenging period for a lot of divine feminines, and I feel like this kind of a little bit of reassurance or sneak peek into what's occurring in the karmic thing may give you the necessary boost, push forward. It is helpful sometimes to get some insight, especially when there's been a prolonged period of separation or no communication. So let's see. This is the Moonchild Tarot. Oh, I'm turned over there. Wow, this is mad. Even in this reading I did on Insta today, which has triggered me to do this pick a par one for you guys. Oh my God, so many of the same cards, it's mad. Wowza. Even the same as the last par we had. Wow. Oh my God, it's literally the same cards. This is absolutely insane. I love when this happens. It's so affirming. Let's get some oracle cards as well. Big energies on this one, guys. I can literally feel my heart chakra constricting. This is really big. Romance. Trust. This also is one of the cards that came out. I'm going to get one more. Birth. And finally we're going to get a card from the Lover's Oracle deck. Okay. Big energies. Okay. This Seven of Swords. This is about coming clean. Releasing the truth. This is definitely someone else that's putting an end to the pain that has been wreaked by these karmic cycles. This is someone that's coming clean. But they're very afraid. They're not quite sure how to go about this or how to move forward. We've got the Three of Pentacles here and we've got the Three of Swords reversed. You know, this is with Justice here. This is about closing out those karmic cycles with the Devil reversed, releasing codependency, releasing that which doesn't serve us, you know, releasing ourselves from toxic relationships that we shouldn't be in. This is what he's trying to do. He just doesn't know how. But he's hopeful. He's reaching for what he wants, which is the light. He doesn't want to be in darkness anymore. He wants to heal. Now, the problem with this guy is I feel that perhaps from a financial perspective, he's not feeling very abundant. We've got the King and Queen of Pentacles come up. And, you know, this he knows that this is going to really adjust his standing within his community. It may require a change of job, because a change of location could be indicated here as well, which came up in the last reading. I'm feeling that very strongly, that these are big changes, and he needs time to rebalance, you know, because he's struggling to connect spiritually to get that kind of higher perspective right now. And with this Nine of Pentacles energy also reversed, we've got the Hermit and the Knight. You know, he's not feeling with himself. He's not connecting with himself. This is definitely a period of massive stress. He's also worried that you won't be there for him, that his queen has given up. She's given up waiting. He doesn't know whether or not you're going to be there waiting for him with open arms. So this is a period of, you know, he's probably being quite self-absorbed, quite distant right now. You know, he's trying to go within, trying to figure this out, trying to move past this stressful energy so that he can rebalance. Because he knows he needs to make a decision. This guy. And it says here, a fiery climax approaches, and believe in the impossible. You know, if you've been looking at your DM's karmic situation and thinking, man, there's not a hope in hell of this situation being resolved anytime soon, then this reading is asking you to suspend that limiting belief, because something very dramatic, and it's mad that this card came out, because this reading I did on Insta is all about fire and the forceful, dramatic change created by fire. And we see him here letting go of those future plans that didn't serve him, recognising it was codependent, that it wasn't healthy, rebalancing karma. He knows now. And he believes in your romance. And these two snakes here are coiled up. This is how the divine masculine nadis and the divine feminine nadis travel up through the chakras. And even though these look like snakes, they're all scaly, they've actually got hands on the end. It's like reaching out to one another. And this one also has hands in it. The pink and green colours of heart and spirit. So he is trusting in that love. He's ready to give birth to a new beginning. He's seeing that higher perspective. He's seeing what life could be like. The Lover's Oracle card says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And that's a beautiful statement, because I really feel that's where he is. He knows that his choices are going to burn some people, but he also knows that he's got to do what's for his highest good, that there isn't a right or wrong in this situation. He'd rather he wasn't in it, but he has got tangled up, and he needs to make a choice that's going to expand his life and his love for himself. That's what releasing codependency is. It's beginning to do what serves you rather than other people in the situation, to release things that don't serve you. You're reminded, Divine Feminine, that you're a channel. You're a healing channel, and you have vision. So you need to restore your faith and your trust, not just him, but in yourself, in this journey. And also, you know, this channel stuff. If you are an open channel, you can connect with spirit, then you need to develop that ability and make that your priority, because it's incredibly healing to connect with spirit in that way, to connect with guides, ascending masters, source, whatever works for you. But you've got to trust now. You've got to believe in the impossible. You've got to trust in your ability to manifest this. And, you know, he's not sure if you're waiting for him. Hello, Derek. He's not sure if you're waiting for him. So if you do get the opportunity, I do think some reassurance from you to him would be very gratefully received, because, you know, he has pinned all his self-worth on his present circumstances, this life he has built. And even though he's confronting the need to make dramatic change now, and this definitely pertains to a third-party situation with these 2 threes here, you know, he is afraid. He's afraid to uproot everything, to change that which has supported him and given him stability for so long. This isn't an easy decision. He knows he needs to trust that he can move in this direction and be happy and give birth to a new life, but quite naturally, you know, there are a lot of fear surrounding that. So I really hope that helped reassure you, Divine Feminine. Get back on track with your healing. Connect to your channel. Connect to spirit. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do that by going to www.happytwins1111.com. You can also book one of my classes there. I am teaching mediumship for beginners and how to connect with your guides. I'm also teaching tarot reading and oracle card reading for twins. I will be teaching spirit release therapy to help you clear twins, and also my very unique twin flame healing, which allows you to check people's twin flame connections and heal the twin flame connection. So I really hope that you will find those helpful. The more people doing what I'm doing, the better. There's not enough of me to go around. With the greatest will in the world, I can't cater to all of you, so it's my mission to teach others. Right, pile 3, the Holy Simple Tarot, another little deck. I don't normally use this one because honestly the images are a little bit strange, but I love the size and shape of this deck. As I said, I'm really loving little decks at the moment. They're so easy to shuffle and work with. You can get more of them out in a sort of small space. They fit in your handbag. They're great. I mean, look at this. Look at the size difference. I love my Moonchild, but I would love a mini Moonchild even more, I think. I do like small decks. I wish more creators would make a mini version in a proper box, not a tuck box. Those rubbish cardboard paper boxes that just disintegrate very quickly. They're useless. If you're creating tarot cards, don't bother with a tuck box. You want to get a proper box, please. Right, let's see what your divine masculine is, what's happening in his karmic connection that's going to help you stay motivated to stay on track and move forward. Strength. Wow. Knight of Wands reversed. The High Priestess reversed. Seven of Wands. Three of Cups. Three of Cups in reverse even, I beg your pardon. The Three of Wands upright. The Tower in reverse. The Lovers. The Hanged Man. The Six of Pentacles. Oh. Ace of Pentacles reversed. And the Four of Wands. Very twinny cards in here, guys. Right, let's get some oracle cards as well. Aren't these cards cute? I love the colours, even though I'm just going to show you how weird the images are. This one is the Lovers. I know, right? But they're cute. I do like them. Okay. Let's get some oracles. We've got emotions are running high. No kidding. And a win-win outcome is forecast. That's beautifully affirming. Oh, summer vibes out there. I need to get out there, guys. The number of cards that are coming up that have just, honestly, these energies, there's a big shift, big change, communication change, romance. They've all come out before. And we're going to get a Lover's Oracle card as well. Freedom. Okay. We've seen this same story in all decks, just in a slightly different way. So, you know, make no mistake, big change really is afoot. We've got the Strength card, this number 8. This is about having the courage to return to love, to return to compassion. 8 is the number of infinity. It always finds its way back to itself. But he's not in a rush. We have got the Son of Wands, or the Knight of Wands. You know, he's not rushing into this. And look, what's really beautiful about this card is he's connected to divine light through his crown chakra. This is yellow light as well, so this is triggering light. So he's not quite ready. You know, he's ready, but he's not rushing into this. He's taking his time. With the High Priestess reversed, you know, he's not trusting, he's not, you know, this is probably why he's taking his time. He's not really sure what to do to move forward. I feel like his spidey senses are really skewed right now. There's a lot of confusion. And, you know, he hasn't been very honest. You see this hand grasping the sword of truth. He knows that he needs to be now. You know, that he knows that he needs to be strategic and clever in how he communicates this if he's going to get out of this situation with the least fuss possible. We have got the Three of Cups reversed, which is releasing three-way situations. We've also got the Three of Wands upright. And I do feel like in this card, I'm going to bring it and show it to you because it's quite affirming. You've got 3 wands, but the 2 feminine looking ones, yeah, and then you've got the masculine one here, and the triangle of new creation. And there's also a lot of darkness in this. He's got his eyes closed as well. And it's this moon representing his intuition. In his third eye space, the blue of truth. There's a lot of blue in this reading. So I do feel like, you know, this is about him. It could be that he leaves the karmic, but he's not going to rush forward to you straight away either. He's going to need some time. You know, this Tower card is reversed. And that's also an 8 card, the Tower. You know, this is something that has to happen for destiny to prevail. And the Lovers, of course, is about choices as much as it is about union. But I feel like he's apprehensive about this communication, and he's going to need some time because that Tower moment has to break. You know, it's like on a really hot day. In fact, this happened last night. It was so hot yesterday. It was really humid and muggy. And I just knew there was going to be a storm. And then at about 2 a.m, there was this dramatic clap of thunder followed by lightning and then a huge rain shower. You know, and after the pressure of that heat, that's exactly what was required. And that's the case here. There's going to need to be that big release of pressure when that Tower comes crumbling down and creates this powerful change. So he's waiting to communicate some truth. He knows that he needs to. He knows it's going to create that Tower moment, and he's not quite ready for it. That's why he's not quite rushing ahead. He's just, you know, being strategic, carefully observing, figuring out how to move forward, but also surrendering to this is what has to happen now. He's got to, I think he realises that if he doesn't start reciprocating and giving back to this connection, he feels like he's going to lose you. But he's not quite ready for that new beginning either. This whole row is reversed. The High Priestess, the Tower, and the Ace of Pentacles, that new beginning. And I really feel like this is, you know, he may be very afraid of the spiritual connection. That might be something he's not yet wrapped his head around that makes him feel vulnerable. But the Four of Wands as a final card is quite beautiful. You know, this reassures us. And again, these cards came up in my Insta reading today for Divine Masculine Energies. You know, this assures a positive abundance outcome worthy of celebration, which this is what it says here. A win-win outcome is forecast. Communication, change, and romance. So this change is going to take time. before he has freedom. He's got to start communicating honestly first. He's got to release his truth, and then, you know, wait for that situation to run its course. With freedom, it does say there is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. And really the only thing standing in front of him now is himself, but the emotions are running so high. So what this card reminds us, this supermoon card, this is a super big change. It's not a little bitty change, this is big change that he's gearing up towards. Inner alchemy, this is achieved when you react to fear with love. That's what he's learning to do. But you've got to remember that as well. Don't be fearful, release doubt. Trust in your ability to create the vision in your soul. You understand what manifesting is. You've got to have faith and trust in this situation, because he is on the right track. He's releasing himself now. He's just not sure how to yet. He's not rushing in. He's still figuring it out. He's going to have that conversation, and then the tower is going to break. And he'll be forced to make a decision to make that change. He's going to choose freedom. It may be for a period that he chooses himself. But he knows he has to give back. He knows he wants that new start. Okay, I really hope that helped, Divine Feminine. Please do like, share and subscribe. You can find my website, www.happytwins1111.com, if you would like a private reading from me, if you would like to book classes with me or healing. You can find all the information about that over there. And you can also find me on Insta. It's happytwins1111. Right. Let's go pile number 4. I'm using the Hyde Tarot by Dan Francis again today. Dan, for those of you that have missed my videos about him, currently has a Kickstarter campaign running for this beautiful deck. This is just a prototype. So the images will be the same, but the actual sides are going to be holographic, I believe, or some kind of shiny coating. He's absolutely amazing, and a big chunk of the money he receives through Kickstarter will actually be donated to Isabel Hospice, which is a charity that supports cancer patients and their families in their final days. And we've all been touched by cancer. So Dan lost his dad to cancer and feels compelled to give back because he was so overwhelmed with the amazing care that he received when his dad was in that condition. So it's nice to know that you can buy a deck of tarot cards and support others that have suffered through those kind of trials of losing someone that way. But they're absolutely beautiful. I adore them. They're kind of my new favourite deck. I've been using them all the time. I'm just reading through the book, working my way through it. His interpretation of each card is beautiful. So you can find a link anyway to his Kickstarter campaign in the description box below, and also to his Instagram if you'd like to follow him over there to get updates and some beautiful pictures of what the deck actually looks like. Right, let's do this. Part 4. What's happening in your twins' karmic situation? Wowza. Mad, this is crazy. We're all seeing a massive, massive shift. So many of the same cards come out as well, it's crazy. Oh, you guys, this is so amazing today. I'm so glad I chose to do a reading about karmics. I don't normally. You know, I don't like you guys to labour on that stuff. I don't think it serves you, but it's been such a challenging month. I just thought everyone could do with this little update. Conclusions are within reach. Oh, we've got too many. I'm going to put those back and shuffle again because we had 3. And we've still got 2. Communication is key. Be bold and make the first move. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Abundance. Inner worlds. Boundaries. Birth. Time. I'm going to get one more of these. I feel really guided too. Okay. So, we've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Now, it's called the Clover in this deck, which could be considered a reversal of luck, but that's not how I read the Wheel of Fortune. For me, it's not just about abundance and luck. It's about the wheel turning, you know, cycles moving. Got the Queen of Wands here with the parrot, so I feel like this is in reverse. I feel like he's probably not very communicative. It's not how I would have normally read that card, but that's what's jumping out at me. He's not communicating about what's happening, even though there is rapid change. I feel like he's showing you through actions somehow. But with the Hierophant in reverse, you know, this can definitely be a rejection of some kind of relationship. However, I am drawn to some of you that this is below the High Priestess, so this could be a rejection of the spiritual aspects of this connection as well. But this guy is moving on from mind games. He's moving on from gossip and drama. He's not sure how to move forward yet with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. In this deck, it's called the Disguise. You know, he's self-absorbed with this Four of Cups energy. He's really up in his own head about it, which is probably why he's not communicating. But as I said, this is called vision, and it is the Eight of Wands. It can mean rapid, quick-fire communication, but I feel like this may be with the vision. It could be astral or 5D communication. You know, that he's not saying too much, but what he is saying may come to you through your higher mind and your connection to spirit. But he, you know, this is also called the Skull. There are 7 cards on there, the number of divine. I really feel like this is him letting go of some kind of contractual arrangement. This could be a marriage. It could be a very long-term relationship where they're tied up owning a house or business together. It's, you know, this is some kind of ending. So, you know, he's definitely closing off karmic cycles. He's releasing games. But he's not trusting right now. He's not trusting into the spiritual aspects. We've got here conclusions and within reach, and I really do feel that's where this guy's headed. Communication is key, and he's not quite ready to do that yet. He's got his boundaries up. He's got his barriers up. Again, the King of Swords here reaffirms he's not ready to talk. It's in reverse. But the Ace of Cups, you know, confirms he recognises you're the one. And the ring, you know, this can represent commitment to another. We've got the Owl and the King of Cups, which means he's really wising up to what love is. And he's identified that love is not where he currently is, that he needs to move away. He needs to move on. The Ten of Cups, of course, is the Happy Union card, but in this deck it's called the Spell. And I feel like coming up under the High Priestess reverse, this is perhaps where his fear is, that somehow he feels under your spell. He's wondering, you know, knowing about your spiritual leanings, have you done something to manipulate him? Because he's I mean, you know, there's a lot of blocked energies here, but he really feels compelled to move forward, to make dramatic change, to release that which doesn't serve him. It says here, be bold and make the first move, and that's what he's doing. He is making moves. He's putting boundaries in place to protect himself from that what he doesn't want. He's ready for a new start, that birth, that rebirth, that creation of a new beginning. And I'm getting really strongly as well that the one thing he does love about your spirituality is, you know, your desire to serve others, to serve humanity. Because it is guidance. It's not just being psychic for the sake of proving in an afterlife or proving, you know, it really is guidance, isn't it? When we do this kind of work, we're really helping people. And he's really connecting with that. He's beginning to understand the power of his own mind as well from what you've shared with him. You know, this new knowing that you've inspired. I feel like you two have probably spoken a tremendous amount about the law of attraction and manifestation. And, you know, this inner world card is really about understanding that your external world is a direct reflection of what's going on inside your head. He's ready to make these changes. And I feel like that's what he's moving away from, that the dynamic he's been trapped within with his karmic is very toxic and negative and low vibration. He's ready to break free from that. He's ready to embrace more. The guidance here, though, is that you're trying too hard, give it time, and criticising one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Do you know what? This reminds me of something that Kayla at Wicked Virgo said yesterday or the day before in one of her videos. She did a live stream and she was really appalled at how many really low vibrational negative comments there were from viewers saying mean things about the karmic. So don't be sucked into that vibration. You know, you may know a lot about their relationship because if that's what he's told you, but there's always two sides to every coin. And it doesn't serve you to hold those kind of bitter feelings towards anyone. And even though that's not directly what this card said, that was my first instinct when it came out. In fact, speaking of Kayla, I'm going to pull some more cards for you because she bought me a beautiful deck. She's so lovely. Let me go and get it. I forgot to show it to you guys. I've been meaning to use it in my readings and I left it on my shelf today and forgot. This is such a beautiful deck. Kayla is such a gorgeous, gorgeous lady. I love her. And she sent me this. It's the Queen of the Moon Oracle. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's pull a couple more because I want to clarify on this. But yeah, don't be getting sucked into low vibrational tit for tat nastiness. It's not who you are. You're here to support humanity, not to slate it. And that includes the karmic. Yeah, darkness. So number 4, balance those dark aspects of self that, you know, if you're genuinely feeling some really bitter feelings for this karmic and for how she's kept your DM trapped, you've got to remember as well that he has free will. Yeah, no one keeps anyone prisoner in a relationship. Well, I mean, that happens in really dark psychopathic cases, but that's not what's happening here. You know, he has free will. He can leave at any time. And he's getting there. But it doesn't serve you to entertain those conversations. Yeah, look, it's low vibration. It's fear-based. It's not what you want to be engaging in. I'm going to read this again. Criticising one another will only lead to further unhappiness. You love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. I'm going to reword that and saying criticising others will only lead you to unhappiness. Love and accept others and yourself, and all of your relationships will magically transform. Releasing bitterness and resentment is really powerful, and I feel like this is what this card refers to. You're trying too hard. You know, you might feel that you're getting behind him and saying, yeah, she's a bitch, you know, leave her, is helping, but it's too much, you know, and it is low vibrational. It's not nice. Okay, thank you so much, Pile 4. Please do tune in again. Like, share and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of this reading. It's always lovely to get your feedback. If you'd like to book a private reading with me or sign up to any of my classes, you can find me at happytwins1111.com. So I will see you again soon. Oh, and add me on Insta. It's happytwins1111. I look forward to seeing you there. Lots of love. Bye.